All right, this is going to be my instructional video, instructional speech on how to tone and strengthen the gluteus maximus. A lot of times in the gym, I'm approached by a lot of women or males, and they're asking how do they tone up their glutes, or for men, how do they strengthen their lower body. All right, so this is going to be a class of really how to do that. And the first thing you got to do in understanding the glutes, you got to understand anatomy. And first off, it's a three-part muscle. We got the gluteus maximus, you got the medius, and then you got the minimus. All right, you don't know that the gluteus maximus is the largest muscle in the body. All right, so it provides support to the upper body alongside with your quadriceps. So anytime you're working an exercise that to strengthen the glutes, you're also working your quads. All right, then you have the medius and your minimus. Those are parts of your hip flexion muscles. If you didn't know that the gluteus maximus is the largest muscle and it gives you that round portion of the buttocks, and it also goes around through the front, through the inner and outer, and it's for lateral mobility, and it gives you your posture. Okay, so anytime you're doing any type of exercise with the two squats or movement, all right, you're also working your hip flexors, which is also part of the glutes. All right, so the best two exercises to strengthen all portions of the glutes are strengthening exercises and hip flexor exercises. All right, so in this PowerPoint, you're going to see I give you 4 predominantly loose exercises that probably have variations, but you can use them throughout, and this will strengthen and tone the buttocks. All right. All right, now the first is the squats. Now, by the American Council of Exercise, the squats is rated as #1 for improving the glutes. All right. Not only that, you look at bodybuilding.com, and if you go on any other type of website, you'll see that glutes is the best way to strengthen the lower body. All right, so you can the correct way to do this, you see you got the starting position. All right, you want to have your heads forward, your back straight. All right, you want to be have your toes and your feet planted. All right, and your hips and your torso is going to be forward. Okay. And then on the execution, you want to lower it down, keeping your back straight. All right, keeping all the pressure of the weight on the heels of your feet, and your eyes are going to be straight. And then when you lower up, you want to make when you stand up, going back to the starting position, you want to make sure you flex the hips forward and also tighten the glutes. All right, that's the best way to get maximum performance out of the glutes is every time you tighten that muscle again. All right, now this is right here. You can also do it without weight, or you can do it with weight. But the rule of thumb is the closer together the feet, the more you work the quads, your thighs. All right, the wider you stand, the wider your base is when you're standing, the more you work the buttocks and the hips. All right. All right, now here's how you do a proper squat. There's 2 types of squats. You got the shallow squat and a deep squat. All right, shallow squats when you're going at 90 degrees. All right, and you got deep squats when you're going lower than 90 degrees. Okay, so just remember when you're going only shallow squats, you're working more of the quads. All right, the thighs. You go lower than that, then that's when you actually activate your glutes. All right. The way you can measure this is if you see in the squat reference, the best way you know that you're doing a deep squat is when the back of your calf actually touches the back of the hamstring, as you see as it iterated in the picture. All right. Now you can see that the body, as you can see it over here, you see the little girl she's squatting. That is the actual natural position for the human body. All right. So if you think you can't go that low, you can't, because you've been doing this since you was a baby. All right. Just probably after years, we done lost some mobility or some flexibility. But with time, you better get it back. Now, if you can click down here, we'll see an example of how to do a correct squat. This is John Cena, and he's doing a lot more weight than expected, like 500 pounds. But if you notice how he squats all the way down, touching the calf with the hamstring, and how he flexes his hips forward and stands straight up. Now, the biggest mistake that people make is they rush through the squats, right? Either they try to rush all the way and don't rush and don't go all the way down, or they try to come up too fast, all right? It's all about balance and getting actual performance out of the squat. It's a lot of weight. All right.
Back in there. Okay. What's that regulation highlighted?
Next slide. All right, next you have what was rated second by the American Council was the lunges. All right, let's remember that in the lunges, the the longer the lunge, the more you activate the glutes. The shorter, you activate the quads. All right, so when you make sure, as you can see in the quad picture, that when you step forward, keep your body, your head, and your your head and your back straight. You want to try to get as low as you can to the ground. Possibly the reference point is your knees touching on the ground. All right, keep it a 90-degree angle with the opposite leg, and you want to go as low as you can and stand back up to the correct upright standing position. Now to the right, you got various types of lunges that you can do. You got the stationary lunges, the walking lunges, alternate lunges, side lunges. These are other type of lunges you can do, and you can also do this without weight. All right. Now one of the compound strengthening exercises is the deadlifts. Now deadlifts also work, as you can see here, it works the upper body and the lower body. Okay. Now this right here is really complex, and if you don't do it correctly, you can injure yourself. So what you want to do, as you see on the starting position, all right, you want to stand over the weight with your knees not over the the toes. All right, with your knees not over the toes. Your toes are generally lined underneath the bar. You want to keep your back straight, knees bent, head forward. And when you stand up, you want to stand up with your legs. All right, stand up with your legs, pushing your hip flexors or your torso to the front, standing all the way up. Bring your shoulders to the rear, kind of like an example. You're standing in a position of attention. All right. When you go down, you want to go down, not using your back, with your legs. Right. Bending your torso to the rear, facing, trying to keep the weight, the bar, moving down your shins. Head straight, your back straight until the bar actually touches the ground. Back to the starting position. All right. Oh, click down here. You can see a demonstration. Just do 1, 2, 3 reps. This is the deadlift. All right. See, he's standing up in a general straight line. How he forces his knees outward. All right, so he can keep momentum and balance. Back is straight. Torso to the rear. He stands up. Flex the hips straight. That's working those minimus and the hip flexor muscles. Every time you come up, you want to make sure you straighten that back up and flex those hip flexor muscles. All right, you get it. Next slide. All right, this right here is very simple. This right here is just hip flexor exercises. Here are different ones you can do that to work the medius and the minimus. All right, so basically the one I chose was the flutter kicks, and all you do is lay down on the bench, right? Keep your back straight, and you're gonna move them up and down, alternation of legs. How many reps you want as possible until you start feeling the burn, or you can go time sets, 1 minute, 2 minutes, or do 13, 20 reps for alteration with or 3 count, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. All right, so there's a lot of things you can do right here just to work those hip flexors. Next. All right, now in conclusion, with you having the glutes, the medius, and the minimus, all right, the best work exercise that you need is strength and mobility. And the 4 that I chose are the squats, lunges, deadlifts, and the hip flexors. All right, using this, you may not be like Superman, you know, able to leap over tall buildings in a single bound. But you have the glutes, the tight glutes, the tongue glutes, and the men can have the nice, desirable legs they want. That's it. Any questions? All right. Thank you for sitting on my speech.